Okay, so first up we have Gales Creek Camp. Over here with that little hut, that's where kind of the camp host is, and there's the entrance for him. Over here we have A Loop, and I forget how many sites are on the map, but let's walk over, see what we get. Seems to be a campsite off to my left there. I think that's the end of the loop. Looking into these sites, fairly small. So this is A1, and you can see the water is just there on the other side. There's like spot for one tent. A2 is this. Again, one tent tops. I think these are more for like small RVs in a way. A3 doesn't even have a fire pit. A4. A4 is kind of got some size to it. Restrooms there in the back, and this is the end of the loop and not an actual spot. I'm going to go over by the restrooms and pause it for now. Alright, so I crossed over from that side. This is where the restrooms are, and I'm up to A9. A9's got a little bit more space, maybe for like 2 smaller size tents. Good amount of parking, at least 2. Well, you could get about 4 vehicles in there, but again, you know, your amount of tents is limited. Going over here, this site seems to be a little bit on the bigger side. It's got one spot here in the front, and there's a spot right here near the back. Let's keep moving. That was spot A8. I'm not sure of the spot number yet. This one looks a little bit more sizable. I don't think this is technically a spot where you'd set up a tent. I don't know if they'd mind, but it's like a decent spot that would go with this spot. You've got the upper portion here and then a smaller portion that's kind of sloped. Lots of parking though, and fairly far away from the camp host, but it's not too bad. That is A7. Continuing forward. I don't know how far back this road goes, but I'm going to make it up there and I will reshoot after that. Okay, I found out that that just crosses back up to Plantation Road and makes a loop. So A7 I just passed. And going back towards the restrooms. There's A10. A11. Slightly more promise. Still probably only get like one tent in there. Moving on. I really don't think any of these are going to be group sites. 12 is just a pull through kind of thing, unless, well, you like setting your tent on gravel, that is. And this one here is A13. And back where we started. I'm going to continue up the B loop next. Alright, we're getting up to B loop. Down there is where I left you last. Over there is the host site, and here are some tent sites for, you know, like just small areas. I think this is getting us into the B loop. So here's B1. And I'm not sure where the heck that even begins or ends over here. And restrooms over that way. Okay, so that was B2. I'll come along the right side on the loop back. Another site down here. B4. And I'm going to pause because I don't know if there's much on the left beyond this spot. Alright, so I moved up the trail maybe about 20 feet. As I suspected, there's nothing beyond B4. Coming down the left, well, this side, the inner side, we have B6, which actually is probably the biggest one I've seen so far. Even still, I mean, you're not going to get a whole lot of sites in there, or tents. Moving on. B5. B3. All right. People hiking way back there. And I believe that's all that's in this loop. So there you have it for Gales Creek.